What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy Rich and Faith TV. We always working, we always grinding. We got a special guest in the building. Questions with Cree. How you doing?
I've been in the bando with the chick. Well, Jimmy Choo Sando, cause I'm rich.
Did you use some of your influence at the radio station to, spread the word some? Or was it?
So again, coming in as an intern, I was just happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy to be there. Didn't see it. I didn't see the influence that came with being in that space. I was so focused on myself and focused on the goal that I had set. Mm-hmm. Okay, Cree, we're here to try to get on the air and get our own show. Like that, I was being selfish, extremely selfish. And it wasn't until that police assaulted me, he knocked some sense into me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was very traumatic, but it also was like, oh my gosh, this is going on. Yeah. And so then when it happened, and then the #1 communications company in the city of Atlanta, probably in the state of Georgia, we weren't talking about it.
Yeah.
Nobody was talking about it. I had pitched different initiatives. They all got turned down. And I'm like, y'all, hello, it happened. If it happened to me, it could happen to anybody.
What happened to you though? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. I don't want to be, I'm just curious though. This is curious. I want to know what happened to you and and another thing I want to ask you a question, what happened to you with the whole police situation and with you speaking out on police brutality, did it help you in corporate America with some of your corporate jobs?
I would say not really with the whole corporate thing, because corporate they don't want to be political, if that makes sense. They it's a Black Lives Matter, but Black Lives Matter over there. Don't come up in here giving us the details.
Yeah. Because I know you said you work with the Hawks and all that stuff, the Dream.
Right. So I feel like when that particular instance happened and I was essentially silenced by the radio station, I didn't say anything. I pretended like it didn't happen.
Why?
Because I genuinely feel like, and this may just be me being weird, I genuinely feel like if you don't say it out loud, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, you know what? If I just don't say that it happened, if I don't talk about it, it technically didn't really happen. And so that happened in 2018. I didn't start talking about it until 2020.
Yeah. You silenced it for a year,
right? Yeah. So I was just like, I don't know what to say, because again, we're not in the space where Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it wasn't, I'm just going to come in and tell people how you mentally feel, right? I don't feel safe. I'm going to go and tell people this. Yeah. And I would kind of talk about it on the radio. Yeah. And I would just drop little tidbits here and there, hey guys, make sure you're being careful, make sure you're watching your surroundings. There's a lot of things going on. I would drop hints, but in my mind, I don't feel like me just saying it was enough. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm still the new person. I've been there, but to Atlanta, I'm the new girl. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
And they'll listen to the new girl, but it'll sound much better
if it was a more seasoned person.
Exactly. If somebody that's been on the radio for 20 years plus is saying, hey, y'all, or we're having continuous dialogue about it. You get what I'm saying? Or we're bringing police officers in and we're getting their side. Because at the end of the day, some of them feel like they're doing their job. Yeah. And then some of them know that they're doing too much. Yeah. And then some of them know that they could be stopping their peer. You know what I'm saying? If we had that open dialogue, I feel like a lot of Atlanta would listen and pay attention, but we don't.
And I feel like for women, y'all should have that open dialogue, because a woman can get sexually assaulted and will not say nothing for a whole 10 years and then say something. So why is that? I don't want to say man has that type of control over a woman for them to feel, scared to speak up about themselves, speak up for themselves. But why do you think women hold things so long and then say something about it, instead of just jumping right then on it?
Wow, that was a good question.
I'm sorry. I was just wondering. I wasn't trying to do that.
No, I know that, but and I can't speak for other women, of course, but I think it's really it's kind of like you're scared. You're scared of the reaction you'll get, and you don't want people to tell you that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And you don't want people to try to change how you feel. So you just keep it to yourself, and you don't want to be looked at as crazy. You don't want that. Or you don't want to mess up the flow. Like, or I know me personally, I didn't want to be a baby about it. Like, I didn't want to be weak because in that industry, women are already overlooked. So you have to be strong. So coming in, and you were literally crying on the elevator. And you had to hurry up and wipe your tears before you go in the studio. It's like, you just, I don't know. You just don't want to be weak.
And I heard you speaking about that. You were speaking to, I don't know where you was at, but you were just telling the people like how much stuff women have to go through as far as just like having to be assaulted at work, have to be underpaid, not being respected as a full woman, as a person, like you're equal as a man. Yeah. So what could my skin, like a black man in position myself, what could we do to, shed more light on that and just say, hey, let's respect these women like they one of us. If a woman gets sexually assaulted by somebody or assaulted by police, we need to act the same way we'd act if it was a man.
I think repetition. So saying it once isn't enough. And that's what I'm learning now. So when I'm telling people to boycott the radio station, I'm thinking, okay, if I say it once, that's good. But no, you have to say it every single day. Like, you have to say it every single day because it's something that us as women, we live with every single day. Like, so when we feel protected by a man and you are willing to go to bat for us, that energy reciprocates. That gives us strength. Like, while women are very strong, we also are very vulnerable. Like, sometimes we are weak and sometimes we just want somebody to speak up for us. And so it wasn't even that I was like trying to be weak. I just wanted someone to be strong for me. Because at that moment in my life, I didn't know I didn't know what happened. I didn't know why it happened. I was just questioning everything, and I didn't have any answers. I just felt like I was by myself. And when you feel like you're by yourself, that kind of makes you jaded, And I feel like you as a man can continue to just speak up. Make sure you're encouraging other men. Look, make sure you're asking your girl, is she okay? Even though she look okay, ask her, is she okay? Because you just never know what somebody's going through. So many people are like, Cree, you're so strong. You look so strong. And I'm like, y'all, I be crying. Like, I be tired. Like,
I understand that.
Mentally tired. And so to have a man be like, y'all, look, pay attention to her. Listen to what she's saying. Like, she went through something and she's trying to prevent y'all from going through the same thing. Like, just listen. Like, sometimes it just takes that, what's it called? That cosign. So I think that's what you could do. Just cosign for us, because we have voices, but I promise you, we have to scream, shout, stomp, and cry, versus a man come in and be like, look.
Well, no, you have a major influence though. No,
you think so?
Yeah. Just with the whole questions for Cree and people calling and asking for your advice and you helping people and picking people's spirits up. Like, you have a major influence. So where do you get a lot of your motivation from?
Oh, child, I don't know how to get it. I honestly, I would have to say God.
Yes.
And just the energy that has been put into the world. So I spend a lot of time just by myself and just thinking about the people that don't have the strength to speak up or don't have the confidence to speak up. And I feel like that's where I get my energy from.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's like, you know what? Because you don't have the energy to show up for yourself, you just gave me more energy because I need you to show up for yourself. So the need and desperate want for people to like be the best they can be and live a better life and live their full potential, that's where I get my energy from. Like, because I feel like I don't need to give energy to somebody that has energy. I need to give my energy to all of these people that feel like they're not good enough. To all these people that are succumbing to the pressures of society or succumbing to segregation and discrimination. That's where I get my energy from. It's kind of weird. It's like, some people are like, I get my energy from my mom or my family. And I do get energy from them. But when I'm out like on stage, I get it from the people because I can feel it. Like,
you the GOAT, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really like honored to have you on my platform, have you on the show, because you really, I don't even think you might realize it, but I don't think like a lot of people is realizing what you're doing right now to 10, 20 years from now when you like, probably, I want to ask you this question too, like when you probably the vice president or the president. You know what I'm saying? Cause
some people like run for mayor.
Like run for mayor, like like I know it takes some time, you know what I mean, to keep your face card, keep doing it. But man, like you really important to the society, like to the community. That's why I had to have you here.
You made me cry.
No. Let's take a break. We're gonna take a break. Let's take a break.
I've been in the bando with the chick. Well, Jimmy Choo Sando, cause I'm rich.